Hey guys, welcome back. This is Izam, and today's video will be the second video in this digital watercolor painting series. This is using Tayasui Sketches Pro app on the iPad. Last video I showed you how to paint the lemon, you can see here. This video will be painting my favorite fruit, the raspberry. So anyway, get your iPads out and get your Tayasui Sketches Pro app ready, and let's get started. Alright, so we are now going to do a watercolor painting. So let's get out our watercolor brush. Now to see the size, just press and hold to hide it and press and hold again to see it. So what I usually do is get the second brush, which is the bigger brush, and then I will set the size to about 80. Let's pick a color, a raspberry color. So I think this will do fine. If you don't know what this is, I will just show you the color codes. These are the values and this is the code. Alright, so we are done. Now let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to just brush. You can press and hold. Make a rounded rectangle like this. Sorry, a rounded triangle like this. Okay. The raspberry is resting on the table like that. Okay, like that. Okay, now this is done, but let's add the finer details. All right, so again using the same brush, the second one, let's make the brush size smaller. Okay, I'm going to zoom in, then now just add some bumps like that. Okay, bumps here and here, and we're done. Okay, so that is done. Let's dry it. Okay, we're done. We dry that, make a new layer, and then now we are going to add a we don't have it. Okay, so let's make a darker, deeper red. Okay, so this value is here, 86, 16, 13, and we're done. Oops, sorry, let's do it again. Okay, about there, add it. So I added it here, the value is here if you want to know. Cancel. Okay, so what I did there was change the color. I'm going to make the size a bit bigger, it's about 35. Again, I'm using the same brush, the second brush, and this time I am setting the opacity a bit lower, about 50%. Okay, now just make like that, a curvature like that. Maybe set the opacity a bit higher, 70. Like this. So remember this, the light source will be here, coming from here, striking it down over here. Alright, so the darker areas will be around here. So let's paint it. I'm putting pressure on my pencil, as you can see. I hope you can see it. Alright. Okay, these are the little rounded parts of the fruit. Okay, it's good so far. Now, for now, we leave it like this. Make a new layer. We are now going to paint. Same brush. Let's pick a lighter color. Let's pick this white. Set the opacity to about 50%. Okay, and then now we paint the reflections. Oh, do you remember something that we forgot? I actually forgot the water brush. So let's undo that. and this undoing is just before I dried the paint. Now let's add the water brush. Okay, we haven't dried the paint yet, but we're gonna dry it after we add the water. Remember this, the water brush is here. We're gonna add some water, set the opacity to the lowest, and then the brush size as well. You can set it to about 25, okay, and then like that. Drag it, the edges. Just drag the edges out. This will help to achieve that, somewhat realistic looking watercolor effect on your painting. Okay, once you are happy, I think I'm happy with this, and I am just going to dry it. We're done. Okay, so now let's add a new layer. Again, we have the white color selected. Make sure you change the watercolor brush, okay, to the second one instead of the water brush, and opacity maybe to 53 and size to 37, and let's start painting. Okay, this is the top. To get that rounded effect, just put some pressure. Okay, just here, just at this position, not at the bottom. Okay, and maybe over here. Okay. And let's do the water brush. Just paint it out, drag it out, drag the white color. Okay, drag it out. And done. Alright, now let's add some definition. So let's add a new layer. Okay, make sure you have the second brush selected. Now let's have a darker layer. Okay, we have this, which is dark, but let's try and make it darker. Select the darker color like that. I'm going to add it. Where is it? It's over here. The values are here. So if you want to know, here are the values. Okay, that is selected. Now I'm going to set the opacity to about 65. Alright, I'm going to set the brush size to about 55, 56. Okay, now I'm going to have some definition to it. Okay, so fill in all these little nooks and crannies. Okay, especially the bottom part. See, in the middle of these little tiny globules. Okay. Here, just dab, 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 and dab. Okay. Okay, we are almost done. Now, let's get out our water brush. Just drag it out. Have we got our water brush? Yes, we do. Just drag it out. Okay. It's very nice and easy. Drag it out. Spread the color, the dark colors out. And we are almost done. And spread it evenly, somewhat. Now you don't have to be perfect. Alright, just spread it out, just like that. And we're done. Let's dry the paint just now. We are almost done. Okay, now let's add the layer. Another layer. We're gonna draw the leaf. Okay? If you don't see the tools over here, I want you to just drag it out like that. Change the brush to the second one, change the color. I'm going to choose I think this color, the values are here. Let's take a look if you want to choose that. Now I'm going to set the opacity to the highest, to the full opacity. I'm just going to draw the stem. Oh, it's too big. Okay, let's undo that. Okay, set the smaller size to about 46, the brush size. Okay, like that. Alright. Now add some definition. I'm going to add the brownish color. This is the brownish color. Okay, in case you want to know, these are the values. So again, but this time I'm gonna change the size to 26. Like that. If you notice, I painted it below. Okay, like that. And I'm also going to use the water brush and just drag like that. Okay, see how beautiful it is? Okay, we're not done yet. Again, choose the brush, second brush, change the color to green, set the size to about here, 25, and just drag it like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, one more, like that. Now remember, you don't have to be perfect, okay? Just pull it out like that. Next, you can dry this, okay? Add some definition, change the color. Okay, like that. Just flick it, flick. You don't have to be perfect. Change to the water brush, drag the color out. And dry it. The next color that I'd like to change to is the orangey color. So let's, maybe this color is a darker hue of an orange. So the values are here, in case you want to know. Add some, change the brush, don't forget. Okay, add some color here. Give it some, texture. Okay, water brush. Let's pull it out. And we're done. And finally, remember the shadow. Click, drag down this layer to the bottom. Now we're gonna do the shadow. Choose that dark red color just now. Is it here? Could it be here or this one? I think it's this one. The value is here, in case you want to know. Second brush, opacity set to about 50. Big brush, about 60 the size, and I'm just like that. Okay. Okay, maybe set the opacity a bit higher, like that. And then change the color. Let's change the color to this one instead. This is the value. Okay, in case you want to know. Maybe I have a reddish hue because raspberry is red. Okay, add that color to there. Remember the water brush. This time, set the water brush size to about 44. Just pull it out, push it out. Okay. And dry it. Okay, if you want to add some more definition, again, brush. Okay, set opacity higher. Set the brush size lower, and then just a little bit, just a little bit below, because the ones that are close to the raspberry will be appearing darker. Okay, set the water brush, push it out like that. And we're done. Now, the thing that I'm not happy about is the reflection. Okay, now go back to that reflection, which is this layer. We're gonna add a little bit more white to that. Okay, set the opacity to about 86, size is about 50. Change the color to white, maybe opacity to 80. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, like that. Just the outer portions, okay, of what we had just now. Yes, now I'm much happier. You see? Okay, now use the water brush, push it out. Oh, remember this. You set the size to about 26. Push. Okay, just flick close to the edge of the white paint, and then dry. And then the finishing touches, we are going to do the lettering. Use the Indian ink brush. Add another layer. Indian ink brush. Maybe let's choose the dark hue of red. Indian ink brush, set to the full size. Set to the full opacity. Change the size a little bit, maybe 15. Okay, let's see what does it do. Okay. Raspberry. Okay, I think this is fine. Alright. So we have our lettering. Oh, do you remember the splash? Okay, let's have fun with this. Let's have some splash. Make it the biggest size that you have for the Indian ink brush, the second one. Set the opacity to low and set the color to this. Okay, this one. This is the value. Okay, let's have some fun. Can you give it a splash? Just close like that. Okay, see? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Alright, so let's dry that. And there it is. That's our raspberry. Alright, so I hope you find that useful. I hope you like it. I hope it is easy to follow. If you do like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, I am so sorry. I'll try better next time. And if you do like what I'm doing, do consider to subscribe to my channel, because you will get notifications whenever I upload new videos online. So, with that said, I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.